Cheryl Beery at the 2021 Missouri State Fair. Sherry, you were telling me this truck here's got some history.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and let us know what the history is on this truck.
It was my father's truck. It's a 1964 Chevy. My dad used to pull back in the day here at the State Fair, a 1256 International. We lost him 3 years ago. The truck sat in the fence row for 30 years, and my family decided that we wanted to get it out and pull it in his memory. So we all learned to drive this truck 3 on the tree, and so it has a lot of sentimental values. There's a lot of dents in this truck, but there's a reason there are, because it was our daily user. We put the truck together, we put it on the track in 2019. We pulled with Northwest Missouri. We were able to and lucky enough to pull off this points championship that year, which was just icing on the cake and everything. But my dad's CB handle was Huckleberry when we farmed, and so that's why it's called I'm Your Huckleberry. My dad he's a typical farmer. He never gets rid of anything, and he always told us, don't get rid of that, someday we're gonna need it. So that's why the back tailgate says it's Someday Dad. So we do this for fun. We do this in my dad's memory, and it lets our family have something to do together. That's why it has International on it. It has my dad's initials and everything. So it's just, and the possum has a story too. My dad would grab possums by the tail and throw them at us when they would be playing dead. So we had a rough spot, we filled it with a possum. It's just one more thing that makes the truck be what it is.
That's really cool, really cool. What year is this truck?
It's a 64.
64, and has it been in your family since it was new, or?
Since it was brand new.
Wow. And
my uncle owned it, and then my dad bought it from him, and then it became our truck. And it's got a cattle catcher thing on the front. It's got a bend, there's a reason for that. And we had a kid that worked for us in high school. He was not 16. This is what he drove back and forth to his home and back to the farm to work. His mom couldn't wait for him to turn 16 to be legal. But so the trucks had a big impact on a lot of people.
Very cool.
And they're all going to be here today.
Very cool.
So.
And we see the International and the farm all on it. You said your dad pulled at the Missouri State Fair, actually won here.
Yeah.
Talk about that a little bit.
He pulled a 1256 International, and back in the day when you just turned them up and ran. And I grew up on the back of a 10-wheeler here watching him. And so I have a lot of friends that still pull tractors that my dad pulled with. And so it's kind of nice to come down and just see the guys that hung out with my dad and everything. So, but we used our tractor in the field, and then we get it and we take it pulling. So it was a multi-use vehicle. And then Dad decided to get out, and so we've been out of it for a long time. And we still always watched and helped other people, but this will be 19 was the first year that we had been back active on the track of some sort and things. But if you'll see, there's an International hood scoop on the top of it. That's because of my dad and stuff. So there's just a lot of things that resemble him and are for him. And whatever happens after that, we just want to have a good time and try to make the best pass we can.
Absolutely. Those roots run deep with tractor pulling, it seems like.
Yeah, I bleed red and I bleed Chevy, so that's how I've always been and everything. So that's just what's in me. So.
And you said your brother also pulls.
Yes. Yeah, he has a '69 Chevy Warhorse. He has the initials of my father on the truck. He has IH stuff, but in the cab of each truck is a picture of our dad pulling here at the State Fair. And everything, so that's just something that we both have in common, and it's something that we can do together. We used to be a show family. We showed cattle, so that and everything, so it's always been something we've always done as a family, so we're continuing to do that in his honor and stuff. So, but my brother and I don't share very well, so I think that's why we have 2 trucks and everything.
So is there kind of a friendly competition between you guys when
No,
you hit the track?
It's as long as one of us does. As
does
long as we both do okay, it's a win.
Awesome.
We sometimes you declare a win if it loads itself back on the trailer.
Sure.
And everything. So don't get me wrong, we are competitive, but we do this because of the people we hang out with and being able to bring the family together and do everything. So
Absolutely.
It's about relationships is for us.
So obviously your dad is the biggest factor in all of this. Do you have some other folks or anybody you want to thank?
My
for helping
husband.
you out?
My husband, he's my mechanic, I'm the driver, and we have a host of friends that help us tremendously. And if it wasn't for Professor Skippy and Captain Ron, we wouldn't probably be on the track. We've had some getting our motor all put together issues with parts and stuff this year, and they came out and helped us get going and everything, and we wouldn't be able to do it without them too.
That's really cool. Really cool.
So
you've only been pulling for a short time, but what is your favorite memory so far?
My favorite memory is this year. We have a local pull. It was the first time to get Huck out to go, and I'm a nervous wreck and everything else, and we have 9 trucks, I believe, to show up to the class, which is the biggest number we had this year so far turn out. I was last hook, and I rolled up to the track and tightened the chain, and she did her dance, and we won it.
Nice.
And it's something to win close to home.
Yeah.
And to be the first time out, it's special.
That's
and so we're just rolling with the rest of the year, whatever goes on. And, you know, it's the luck of the draw, and we are very gracious about being able to pull that off, and it's just something that I'll remember.
That's very cool. Very cool. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to talk with us, and wish you good luck today, and good luck with the truck in the future.
Well, I appreciate your time.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.